beauty channel. We are going to be doing a special on fall for your eyebrows. Perfect time for this fall season. I know it's coming up. Definitely where I live, it's getting a little bit more nippier, a little chillier, so that's how you know fall's coming. But what we're going to do is be perfecting the eyebrows. Let me tell you, I get asked all the time, how do I do my eyebrows? Let me tell you, it took some time. Probably since 6th grade, my parents didn't want to take me to go get my eyebrows waxed in those nail places. So my mom actually went to Sally's and purchased me a little container of wax, and I would warm it up in the microwave and wax my eyebrows. And let me tell you, from 6th grade to I don't know when, they weren't the best eyebrows, but now I'm perfected. I'm certified. And I'm going to help you guys. It'll take a while to perfect them, believe me. I have some clients who it takes a while to get them where they want to be. It's just being patient and shaping them, and don't over pluck. I know so many people do that, and sometimes you have like that, I hate to say that, permanent marker look. Don't do that, okay? Because it takes forever for your eyebrows to grow, and as you age, I know you guys don't think I'm that old, and I'm not gonna tell you my age, but they don't grow as fast and nearly not as thick as they first. Okay, so the first step to having really good eyebrows is having a really good man by your side. And what I mean by a man, I mean this man, Tweezerman. And he does come in different sizes, so it makes it want long and someone short. Both same size though. I'm gonna use both. This one does have a lifetime warranty. I don't think these ones do. I like these ones to get the more tinier hairs. I feel like I have more control. These ones overall, they're good, but I'm just used to these guys, so I'll use both. So you always wanna hold your skin taut. I mean, I'm always about anti-aging, just do it. We're gonna go ahead and hold the skin taut. And if you can see right in here, I have some of these little miscellaneous random hairs. We're going to remove those. But I'm gonna start off by using the regular size tweezers. And you can find these at your local drugstore, Target. I think I get mine at Ulta, Sally's. And I'm just cleaning them up. Again, holding taut and just getting the root and pulling up. I'm gonna go ahead and get my brush. This is just a regular brush, and I'm going to just comb them up. I'm going to use a powder. This is a Jane Iredale Bitty Brow Kit. You can get these anywhere. I definitely say a shade up from what your color is. Right now my eyebrows are pretty dark. They're not really matching my ends of my hair, but they match my roots. So I'm gonna do more of a darker color. So this color is a particular, more of a taupe. If you're blonde, it's a little bit of a lighter blondish, more like a very light beigey blonde, so to speak. And then I also am going to be using the Anastasia Brow Whiz. This is in Carmel. I'm going to start with the color. So I know this is where it begins. So if you don't know, then you would mark it right there, okay? And then tip to the nose, across the iris, that's where your arch needs to be. Okay, do you see those lines I'm marking? And then for the end, now I don't have this. Tip of the nose to the end of the brow. It kind of ends with your eye. And then we're gonna mark right there. So that's where my eyebrow needs to be. So that's where it needs to begin. That's where the arch needs to start, and that's where it needs to end. So if you're like me, you have some things missing, you just work with it. I'm going to use this, these are called brow razor shapers. You can get them at Sally's, or you can get them at Walmart. And particularly, I like Sally's because if you notice this, it's way longer compared to the Walmart one. Walmart one is like stops right there. So I like this one because it gets more coverage. And I guess people ask me, well, it's like shaving your face. It is, but I'm all about exfoliating, and you should be too. It really works out, and it's so quick. Say you don't have time to be, Jackie, I don't have time to be tweezing and doing all this stuff. I just need to get it in and get it out. Just shave. Let me show you. So we're gonna begin by taking this little shaper and going where we need to go. So based on my set area where I need things to be shaped at, we're gonna use that. It's our little map, our little guide. So I'm going to go in. So say, like I said, you didn't have time to tweeze. we're going to shave this off. And I go the opposite of the direction of hair. And I'm just shaving it off. You kind of can see the little hairs coming off. It's kind of cool if you're like me. I hate hair. And I'm just gonna shave that all off. And if you're like me, I get like fuzzies and it kind of freaks me out. So I always get right in here too. I like this area to be clean. Even like this little area, I get like this peach fuzz. I shave that off too. Yeah. You don't have to do that, but it's just, for me, it looks cleaner. So I'm gonna go up on the brow in this area, and I don't like this hair here. I don't know if you can see it. And then we're just gonna shave downwards. Okay. And then I'm gonna be up here now, and I'm gonna shave downwards again. Taking these little hairs off. It's funny how these little hairs make such a huge difference. I promise you, it looks really good without them out there. Mindy, I don't know if you can see, but there's like all these little fuzzies on here. Kind of gross. Okay. So we have that brow done. Just making sure we're getting everything done. And now what we're going to do is brush them up again. This is a mascara wand that, just from an old mascara. I'm gonna brush them up. You wanna brush them up because you wanna see if you need to trim any of these guys. You can tell I trim them pretty often. I get a little scissor happy. And I just use these little, I think they're called cuticle scissors, or I don't know, man scissors, whatever. But I like this little curve, and I like that because when I put it on the brow, it will give me a curve so they're not just like straight and you look like a freak. So I'm gonna pick these up. And you wanna go right where that angle is. I don't know if you can kind of see my angle. I know I kind of colored it away or erased it away. But I want an angle. This is what's gonna give you that sharp angle. We're gonna cut them, but not too much. Start off little, because if you take a whole lot off, it's gonna take forever for these to grow back. So a little bit trimming, little. Again, we're using this curved part, trimming them. And you can see I have this little long guy here. I'll take that down a little bit. Okay. Now for this part of the brow, we're going to bring this down. So you can kind of see those little hairs that don't belong there. I'm going to flip over the scissors, hold the brush down on, sorry, my hair is in the way, down to the brows. I'm going to cut just a little bit. Do not get scissor happy. This is what's gonna perfect that arch. But I like this little long because I kind of feel like I like this. This is what gives me that arch. I have a few long hairs right in here. Sorry. You see that? And I feel like there's some long ones right in here. I don't know if you can tell those guys right there. So I'm gonna trim those. And I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing. I really want my arch to stand out, so I'm really gonna clear out underneath that brow. What I also like about having this little shaver is that I can just go right in here and just shave off. You know, learn where it shaves off and things like that. You want to take a whole brow off, that would be a little scary. Again, I'm just getting that peach fuzz. So there's the brow. And now we still have our pattern. I'm going to erase some of it. I'm just going to use a makeup wipey. And I know my arch needs to be right there, so I'm going to just erase a little bit of the top of it. So brow looks a little crazy still. I want to make sure I have my hairs off. Okay. So for me, I do use a little bit of powder because I like it with a little bit of staying power. I feel like if you have like foundation or powder, something the powder or the pencil can hold on to works a little bit better. I'm just gonna powder it up right there. All right, this is the fun part. This is when you start getting creative. This is what I'm gonna go ahead and use our Anastasia pencil. I'm using Carmel, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start at the beginning. People say not start at the beginning, I do. I feel like it's the beginning of the brow and it's important. I want to stand out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just doing straight lines, but I'm doing them like if they were hairs, okay? And then I'm gonna follow that a little bit and just gently, slowly coloring them, doing a feather-like motion, penciling them in, and I'm gonna bring it towards the end of that brow. See that? See where it's going? Okay. And I know where mine needs to end. Remember, we're gonna measure. So tip of the nose, end of the eye, ends right there. So you can even make a little mark if you like. I'm just gonna kind of color the brow right there. Okay, so I have that bottom. I usually use this more for the bottom. I'm gonna go in with the Jane Iredale. And this is a Smashbox angled brush for brows. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dip it into the powder. And I'm gonna start angling. So this is where I don't begin right here. I use the powder starting here because this can be a little too dark, a little too intimidating. You don't wanna look scary. So just right in here, and I'm angling. If you notice where I'm showing it, the shortest part is starting. So I'm bringing it at that angle. And again, feather-like motions. I want this to match up. And I'm gonna bring it all the way down too. And again, I'm gonna follow that angle, bring it down. It's like a hill. Follow the hill, go up, and then down. Okay. But get your brush and brush it out. If you don't have a brush, you have a mascara wand, use your mascara wand. I can't find mine right now, but you can use that. Here's this brush. I feel like the mascara brush is a little bit better just because it's a little bit more fibers and it can really just brush through the hairs, distributing the product. So you can see, I still want a little bit more product in here, so I'll go back in with the Anastasia pencil and I'll fill that back in. I'm trying to give you guys a different angle. So I'm bringing it up. All the way down. And if I want it to look more realistic, I just keep brushing in product here back and forth, following up that hill that I was telling you about. But let's go angle and bottom, straight up and down. So now I'm going to use MAC Mylar. And this is a white. There's really no shimmer, but this is gonna help make that brow more defined. I'm gonna go in back with I guess this could be a concealer brush, it's an Aveda brush, but I'm just gonna dip my brush into the product, more at that tip where that angle is. And then we're just going to go right underneath the brow. I'm just really gonna let this stand out. So again, I'm just gonna go back in, color that in, right underneath that brow, letting it stand out. Huge difference, look at that. It's like, this side got a facelift, this side just looks normal. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other brow.
This one might go a little quickly. So then you line it up. I know that it goes right there. And this is what I do with all my clients. I always, even if they tell me this need clean up, no you don't. Usually sometimes they need their brows to be matched up with their eyes again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my Anastasia brush and I'm gonna go to the tip of the nose and hit right between the iris. There. That's where my angle needs to start. Tip of the nose, end of the eye. See, this one is way off. Just kidding. Right there. See, there's my MAC. And brush it through. And you can tweeze what's in between. Oh, it's getting taut. for the inner brows, like this little area, I feel like you do need to tweeze, not so much shave it off, because you could shave the wrong thing and yeah, you'll be not so happy. I think your hair is pretty down this eye area. And I'm gonna brush through them again. Okay. And these ones I might not have to cut as much because sometimes your brows, just remember, okay, they're not twins, they are sisters. So they are not always gonna be exact. I know clients like, I want them exactly the same. That never happens. You think J-Lo has twins? Maybe other places, but not on her brows. So I'm just going to angle that brush again because I want that angle. And I'm going with my scissors curved upwards. And I do have a little bit of some stuff I need to get trimmed. I don't trim this one as much because there's not as much hair as this other one. And then this one, we're just going to trim a little bit of the bottoms. Okay. And you can kind of see how much that took it up. And you would think, I don't really have a lot of brow, but it can happen. You can make it happen. So again, I'm going to go in on Anastasia. I'm going to fill it in.
And you could try to match them. I mean, you want them to match as best as possible, but I mean, you can only be a perfectionist to a certain extent. And I just powder, and then I even go over the pencil at the bottom, following the arch. You want to make it look smooth. And then we're going to go back in with our concealer brush and with MAC Mylar. We're going to powder underneath that brow, letting it stand out, looking more defined. And again, you can brush through it. So I probably will just brush through it a couple times. And this is what it all comes out to be. Nicely shaped, nicely groomed, and it'll take minutes out of your day. Believe me, getting these few products, invest in tweezers. Do not be cheap. They make such a difference. And you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching my video.